An oil tanker was hit near the Strait of Hormuz this week as Iran resumed attacks in the Strait despite the fragile interim peace deal. Oil prices jumped immediately on the news. Markets that had priced in a peaceful resolution are now repricing the ongoing risk. Today, I am explaining exactly what this means for your money, what the Strait of Hormuz actually is and why it matters so much. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway, at its narrowest point just 21 miles wide, between Iran and Oman. Approximately 20% of the world's entire oil supply passes through it every single day. Tankers carrying oil from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, Iraq, and Qatar must all pass through this single choke point to reach global markets. There is no viable alternative route for most of this volume. When the strait is threatened, energy prices spike globally within hours. This is not speculation. It has happened repeatedly throughout history and happened most dramatically earlier this year when US-Iran conflict pushed oil from $73 all the way to $112 per barrel, a 53% spike in weeks. The fragile peace deal context. The interim peace deal that brought oil back down to $73 was described from the beginning as fragile and temporary. Full-scale hostilities resuming now, with a tanker already hit this week, means the oil price risk premium is returning to markets. Brent crude is already moving higher in response. For UAE residents, this has immediate relevance. The UAE sits on the southern shore of the Strait of Hormuz. Shipping that passes this strait is the economic lifeblood of the entire region. A significant escalation does not just affect oil prices, it affects regional confidence, property markets, business investment, and employment. The personal finance response to geopolitical uncertainty. You cannot control what happens in the Strait of Hormuz. You can control your financial resilience to it. A 6-month emergency fund means an economic shock is an inconvenience rather than a catastrophe. Globally diversified investments mean UAE and Middle East. Specific risk does not dominate your entire portfolio. Avoiding new debt in an environment of elevated geopolitical uncertainty means your financial flexibility is maximized when you need it most. Geopolitical risk is permanent in the modern world. Financial resilience is the only intelligent response to uncertainty you cannot predict or control.